31 on May 17th, 2023. First time on the agenda, 1073 Racebrook Road is Alexiadis. Application for replacement of existing collapsing pipe in backyard carrying stream from one side of the property to the other. If you want to just come up and sign in and sit at the chair for a second.
There's no sign in, I know who they are.
Okay, you don't have to sign in, but you could sit in the chair though, just in case. Chris, have you been out there? Do you know what's going on with this?
I haven't been out there lately, but I was out there a long time ago with Terry. So the backyard has had a pipe in it, as far as I can tell, forever.
Forever.
And, because I mean, there's trees and whatnot that are growing back there. And apparently, when you look at the site plan that was submitted with it, there was a stream that probably flowed through there. But at some point, to create a backyard a long time ago for this particular parcel, it was piped as it goes across the back of the backyard, and over time, it's collapsing. And it's created sinkholes for the applicant's family to hopefully not disappear into, because she had one of her children who had a leg go into one and whatnot. So the request is just to replace in kind the existing pipe that's there.
Yes, so,
Is the pipe that's there big enough to carry whatever water goes through it whenever there is water, or?
so I measured it at one point where I can see it on the left side of the map where the brook runs along the property towards Racebrook Road. It looks to be about 18 inches in diameter. And then it connects, there's several other pieces of pipe in that just, that beginning area of the brook, and then it goes down along the road. So it should carry all it needs to, as long as it's replaced.
Yeah, do you have to replace the entire drain pipe across the back of the
It's
property?
130 feet, yeah,
Okay,
and a lot of money.
yeah, I can imagine. All right, I don't know.
There's
I don't see
one
any
where it
alternative
says,
anyway, so, I'm sorry.
Realistically, the yard is a yard. It's got vegetation that grows in it, but it's been there for a long time. This is not, the prior owner had lived there for decades.
I think she was the original owner.
Yeah, so I think it was probably something that was done, when the house was originally built, just to create some sort of backyard back there. Septic system's in the front, it's a new septic system, new well is kind of off to the corner. So there's no threat to, from disturbance from replacing the pipe to either of those two things. So.
Yeah, we can't approve it now, we have to wait till next month.
You can't approve it now because of the fact
It's
that
in
it's
wetlands,
in the stream itself. But
If it weren't basically in the water in the wetlands, we could delegate it to Chris, and then Chris could just issue a permit, sometime in the next week or two. But since it's activity in the wetlands, we have to wait till next month to actually approve the replacement. So hopefully that won't.
I'm not in any rush.
You're not.
I
okay.
just,
You just want to get it approved so you can do it when you.
I was more, I guess I was hopeful that it wasn't my responsibility to fix.
the original call was, is it road drainage? And it's not.
Yeah.
It's just a stream.
Yeah.
Because we were told, wetlands, this and that from the well company that we used. And then I guess it's that area just in the back of the property that's the wetlands. So I thought, maybe if it's the water, part of the waterway, I might get lucky, but I guess not.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. I mean, does the town have an easement through your property there?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We, we're in no rush to fix it. We just want to make sure when the time comes, hopefully soon, as long as we have money, we'll fix it. But yeah, my daughter fell in one of the holes last week when I called Chris, because at that point I was just upset, and there's a hole here. It says sinkhole. There's 5 other holes. So some are small and you can mistake them for animal holes or something.
Yeah, but they're all along the.
They're all along the same pipe. Yeah. And then I think over time what's happened is there's a hole closer to the house that water kind of just tracks, and now that there's no like real direct, pathway, it's just coming from all places. And I call them waterfalls. It's a little dramatic, but there's active, there's several streams at this point, not just like the one.
Okay. Well, I mean, once we do it and approve it, it's what, 5 years it's good for?
It's valid for 5 years.
so-
I believe that it flows less in the summertime.
Oh yeah, there's
So,
already
we would,
drier
any
spots.
work, time to when we can do it when
Dry
there's the
spots.
least amount of flow going through it, yeah.
Okay. Stephen?
Yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to note. Is this work going to be done by a contractor?
Yeah, I'm getting several quotes. I have a licensed contractor that's done some work on the property already. As like a landscaper, nothing like major, but I was gonna hopefully get a quote from TM Wright. They did the septic. We talked about Grieger, a couple other
Very
people,
good.
just to
Very good.
see what the possibilities are. But it's my understanding it's like currently like some sort of metal corrugated pipe, and there's a PVC or plastic version in modern day that they can use.
Very good. Okay.
But the pipe alone is like
Thank you.
over $3,000.
Okay, so
Yeah.
a couple other things I would note. I don't see any problem with this myself. I just would have, an approval that I would feel comfortable with would be one where there'd be avoidance of disturbance on the brook at both ends of this pipe installation. If you could, minimize that disturbance in those areas, and that the work be done during a dry season when there's no rain forecast in the schedule. So those are a couple things that interest me, but otherwise I don't see a problem from my perspective.
In terms of like brook disturbance, meaning like don't dig near it or don't have any like material falling into it.
Well, there's probably going to be some implementation of sedimentation and erosion controls that your
Okay.
contractor will
Yeah.
be aware of, and just that there be no unnecessary disturbance in the brook as it approaches or exits your property. That's all.
Yeah, we had some similar precautions with the well,
Yeah.
that the stakes with the
Thanks.
netting or whatever.
Anybody else have anything they want to add? So, I mean, everybody's inclined to approve it, of course, so we can't do it till next month. You don't have to bother coming back next month to sit here and listen to, to do this again. I expect that we'll just approve it, and, then you could do it anytime in the next 5 years.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care.
And does it matter that my name is spelled wrong on the agenda? That's just Alexandra, not Alexandria.
We know where to find.
Okay.
We'll correct it.
For technicality's sake.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Who prepared the application?
Okay, next item on the agenda, 57 Park Lane, modification of the permit for a solar farm and the drainage system. Chris had said around, Jim Freddy had looked at the revised plans, which you have in your package. Jim, if I understand him correctly, says he's fine with everything as redesigned.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what we were waiting for from last month, so I don't know. We have some nice pictures this time, and looks like a pretty significant solar farm.
Elegant.
So, I don't know, anybody have any questions or comments? If not, do we have a motion to approve the application as revised?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve it.
Jack
As
approved?
revised.
Yeah, Jack made the motion. Do we have a second?
Sure.
Josh seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Stipulation, any abstentions? No. All set, 5-0 on that.
So we'll just reference to the revised plans. and-
Yeah,
and
just
that's it.
usual stipulations as,
Well, those will carry forward from what we had before.
right, exactly. Okay, moving right along. Any correspondence, Chris, that we need to deal with?
We didn't get a physical copy of Habitat, but I did email you or forward to you the link to the habitat, which has colored pictures.
I read it. It was interesting.
It is very interesting, and, you know, and that was a recap of the, training that was held back in November, so. I guess we're trying to be as green as we can, and so when I get them, I'll send them to you.
Good. Yeah, emails are fine, you know.
Yeah.
Don't need more paper in my house. Anything as far as enforcement activities?
No, I'm still waiting to hear back from our lovely plantings on, Wolf Creek. And I've again contacted our people over on 65 Ansonia, and their contractor is waiting to hear from the same wetland biologist who's working on 15, so I think he's just
Mr. Ward.
backlogged at this stage of the game, and we'll get something, but
Yeah, if we can sort of, you know, maybe push them to get
Push 'em
it
to get
done
something for
into
June.
June, if we could,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be good. So no other problems we have to deal with?
not on your end, no.
Okay, I don't want anybody else's.
No, you don't have any finances.
Um,
I have a question for
sure.
you. I can't find that I brought before you a bond reduction request for 15 Meadow Crest. This is the one where I reported last month that we had gotten the easement filed,
Conservation easement, yeah.
conservation easement. So that map has been filed, the easement's been filed, and he is asking for a reduction in the bond.
Yeah, what, was it just for drainage, or was it for
It
something
was
else?
storm drainage and whatnot, and I kind of thought we had acted on it, but then I looked through minutes and I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
see that we
remember.
had, so
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Can we add it to the agenda, or?
If you could, and
Yeah.
then that way that can get done.
All right, so we just need to have a motion to add the bond reduction request to tonight's agenda. Anybody care to move that? David?
I'll second.
Jack seconded, okay. So, I mean, the house has been sold and everything's stabilized over there. from what
Everything
I've
is
been told.
stabilized,
Yeah.
although we normally hold on to de minimis amount, just to make sure that the vegetation stays put for,
Mhm.
you know, last year we did have a drought in the summer, so we want to make sure that it goes through at least 2 full growing seasons before we release the remainder of it.
Yeah.
So how much is the bond?
I believe it was 15, so we could, sometimes you reduce it down to 5, sometimes you reduce it down to 2,500. There really isn't a lot of lawn there because there's
The
that large
conservation
conservation
easement, yeah.
area in front, and the house is pretty much tucked all the way in the back.
Mhm.
So I would
Yeah.
almost say the 2,500 is a reasonable amount to keep for the amount that's in there, and just to also ensure that the storm drainage keeps working the way it was designed to work.
Mhm. Okay, well, so it's 5 now and go down to,
I think it was 15.
15,
so
oh,
if we
I'm sorry,
drop it to
1500.
250, yeah.
okay.
Unless you want to, whatever you want to do.
Seems like 2,500 is.
Sure, yeah.
If
Keep
it's,
2,500 for another year and then schedule that for release in a year if everything works out.
Okay.
Okay. Motion to reduce the bond down to 2,500 until for another growing season, and then consider it at that point.
So moved.
Steve moved. Yeah, second.
I'm sorry, who seconded?
Stephen. Oh, no one seconded yet. Anybody? David? David seconded. All in favor?
so we
Aye.
have 2 motions on this?
Oh,
Yeah, one
one to
to add
reduce
to
it
the
and one to
agenda,
delete.
and one to.
Oh, to add it to the agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yes. Okay, so that was approved. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have to talk about?
We have no site inspections, so
Just
we have
minutes.
minutes.
Okay. Jean's here.
Jean's here.
I had to read it more than once to find the typos.
Actually, I hid them very well from you.
So I will give this to you. It's just a couple of little fussy things.
Fussy things are okay.
Okay, so with, anybody have anything else other than Jean's fussy things?
I found nothing.
Yeah, I know, I didn't either, so. Anybody else?
Right. The truth is still there, even though I find fussy things.
No, but that's why we want your eagle eyes. All right, then, with Jean's
These are
correction.
April.
Yeah, but we have March on the agenda too. I didn't get the March minutes in my packet.
You didn't get
Oh,
them?
the
No, I
special
didn't.
meeting.
Oh, okay. Oh, approval of minutes.
We're just doing the April.
The April meeting.
Okay.
Because I want to stretch out Jean's,
We want to make sure Jean comes
because
next
these
month,
minutes
too.
will be short. So.
All right, then, subject to a couple minor corrections that Gene has to give to Chris, do we have a motion to approve the minutes? Josh moves, second.
I'll second it.
Jack seconded, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstentions, okay. Minutes are approved. Nothing else other than, and probably don't have to do this in the context of the meeting, but our usual dinner's in July. I'm not gonna be around in July, so if you want to have it in June, I didn't know if that fits with people's schedule, so, you know.
June's
Good for me.
June, okay?
I'm eating dinner every day, as a matter of fact.
Well, you know, it's our usual thing, but anyway. All right, then we'll plan it for June, and we'll send out details later, so. With that, anybody else have anything else we need to talk about? No? Good, we're done early.
Wow.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion
Jack?
to adjourn.
Steven seconded, all in favor? Aye, opposed, abstentions? 7:47, we're done.
Very good, thank you.
We try to be efficient.
Record time.
Yeah.
Yeah.